Now, if you're thinking about starting a Skool community in 2026 and you're wondering what type of setup should I do for me and my business and my goals, what's going to be best, low ticket, high ticket, freemium, or should I even start a Skool community at all, then there are a few things that you probably want to think about first. And the first thing I would ask you would be, why do you want to start a Skool community? Now, don't get me wrong, I think most coaches and educators would massively benefit from having a community aspect in their business of some way, shape, or form. But the first question I would ask you is your business going well? Are you getting regular clients and leads? So if there's no problem at all within your business and it's working well, then just scale that and continue to do more of that, because adding an extra layer of complexity isn't necessarily needed. However, if you are just getting started, if you're starting a new business, if you're looking to scale, or you've got some issues within your business, be it around leads, sales, or fulfillment, then I think a community of some kind will be beneficial to you. So the first thing I would do is I would look at where you are now. So where are you starting within your business? And what is your current bottleneck? So the bottleneck is going to determine where you are in your journey and what type of setup you potentially need to use with Skool, because there isn't really a one size fits all. There is an order to things, but there isn't really a one size fits all template that's going to work for every single type of person. So what we need to think about is, where are you in your journey, and if you are getting traffic, leads, or sales already. So if you are getting traffic already, the question would potentially be, how much of that traffic are you getting? Could you potentially go to paid directly? What is the quality of that traffic? So do you have a large audience and you're getting a lot of traffic from it, but the quality of it is not great and it's not really converting? And do you have no way to currently nurture that traffic? How are you filtering that traffic off of social media, be it your YouTube channel, your social media accounts, ads, or whatever it is that you're using? So you need to really think about those three to understand, are you getting hot leads, and are they potentially converting into sales, or are you able to nurture them into sales? So what is the bottleneck there? And if you're starting out, it might just be that you're not getting any traffic at all. You're starting from the beginning, in which case that's going to affect the decisions that we do next as we get into this. The next one after that is going to be sales. So are your audience hot, cold, warm? What level are they at when they're coming through your system? So again, this is going to determine the type of traffic you're getting. Is it warm? And if it's warm, then obviously it's going to be a bit easier to sell to. If it's red hot, it's going to be much easier to sell to. And if it's cold, it's probably going to need a lot more nurturing. So do people want an offer from you? Do your current audience already want an offer from you? And are they demanding something, and they want more from you? Therefore, that might determine, if we've got an audience that's hot, ready to buy something, and there's a lot of them, then that's potentially going to change the setup that we have as well. And then the requirements to close your potential clients. That could be, do you need to automate things more? How are you going to deliver to them? What is the thing that you're actually helping them with? What is the problem you're helping them with? Is it a high ticket problem? Is it valuable? Is it complicated? Does it require a call? Could you potentially automate it? These are questions that you're going to want to ask yourself as well. And then delivery, in terms of fulfillment, what are you currently doing? Do you have scaling issues? So are you perhaps maxed out on high ticket? Can you not take any more people? Are you currently struggling to add more people because you basically filled all of your calendar and you can't do any more? In which case, scaling becomes an issue, and you might want to change format and move to a group setting, in which case a community would be a great option there, where you might charge a bit less, but you're able to start automate things and scaling it from there as well. Are you the bottleneck? Are you the bottleneck in terms of you don't have any more time to sell, you can't do any more, or there's some type of issue around your ability to take on more clients? Maybe you're not very good at the calls, maybe you're not very good at the marketing side or the sales side. So are you the current bottleneck in some way, shape, or form in terms of your setup and the way that you're delivering to your clients? And then the other one would be fulfillment issues. How are you delivering it? Do you have multiple working parts and tools? Is it overly complicated? In which case, maybe you want to start to simplify. Maybe you just want to use one tool. In which case, maybe it makes sense to start moving everybody into a community environment as well. So we want to look at those, and that's a lot of things to potentially think about. But basically what we want to do is understand where our audience is, where our lead situation is, and where our offer situation is. Now, for most people, if you are just starting out and you don't have traffic, you don't have an offer yet, and you don't have leads, then the first thing you're probably going to start doing is with a freemium community, in which case I would say 90%, probably a high number there, but I would say most people are going to want to start with a freemium community of some kind. Free to start, and then we add a paid aspect later on, which is normally going to be high ticket, because it's going to be easier for you to sell to the few, because perhaps you don't currently have an audience. You don't currently have a lot of proof, and maybe you're just starting out. In which case, it's hard to automate without proof. You can't really automate sales without proof anyway. So therefore, if you can't really sell anything to anybody, and if you're not getting traffic that is even trusted traffic, or you don't have a large audience, then again, it's going to be hard to sell something cheap in large numbers. So you've got no scalability in the system yet. So there's no point in rushing and running before you've even started walking. So we want to make sure that we are doing something for the few. And that's where high ticket, for many people, most niches, is going to be the best option for starting out. Now, there are many exceptions to this. So I generally would go freemium and go to high ticket, sell to a few, get testimonials, fill up your calendar, get results with it, build the program, and then with maybe a couple of cohorts, get a number of months under your belt, and then you could potentially start looking to scale. Now, low ticket, on the other hand, is often more suited for sort of hobbyists. So hobby channels, people in the more passionate, could be sports, could be lifestyle, where you're going to get a large amount of volume potentially from your audience. Maybe you actually have a large audience already and they're hungry. They want more from you. So they're craving a product or an offer of some kind. They want the next level. So let's say you've got a really big YouTube channel and a lot of views, and they're really passionate audience, highly targeted. You just need to put an offer straight in front of them. And again, if it's large volume, then it doesn't really make sense going straight to a high ticket coaching program of some kind, because if you let everybody into a freemium community and you suddenly get 1,000 people joining your community and you can only serve 10 people out of that, then it's not beneficial to you really doing high ticket. You want something else in between first. So you might go low ticket to basically help the masses, and then you filter out some high ticket off of that. So you sell both high ticket and the low ticket as well. But if you've already got an audience that could potentially convert well, even if you don't really have the proof yet, low ticket going directly to paid from a large audience can be a great one. And again, I said it works for hobbyist channels very well, where it's sort of very low ticket. But also, if you've got a lot of proof and a lot of trust in that audience, then it can also work for sort of mid ticket, anything below the sort of $100 mark. So the sweet spot is sort of $99 that most of these communities sell pretty well from a good audience before needing a call or needing more sales automations and marketing hype and so on. So anything below that generally works. Most people sort of start around the $50 mark, gradually raise the price so that they're creating some urgency to get people in. And then as they gather more and more proof, then they can steadily raise the price, because now they've got proof to back up what they're saying. It's not just their authority and their brand that they leveraged to be able to get the sales for low ticket. So as I said as well, if your high ticket is full and you can't take any more, then that's the reason to have a low ticket level. And that could be that you have a tiered system inside your community where you're offering free, low ticket, high ticket, and that takes care of all issues for you. And you just want everything in one place. Then that would be the model that I would go for. And that would benefit you greatly, because you could also serve your high ticket clients in there and offer more value to them. Or you could do a high ticket group program, saying that you want maybe multiple layers. So maybe you're a high ticket, or people that you don't even do on the Skool platform. But now you want 2 levels within the Skool community, free, low ticket, and then a high ticket group community, because now you want to scale your high ticket offer more, because you've already got the proof and abundance. So those are two options to you there as well. But I would say the only time I would go directly to a paid community is if I had a large, hot audience that wanted an offer from me. Otherwise, I would generally, in most cases, go to a free community first and start building trust, using my community as a lead magnet, having some free training inside, and then building and nurturing those people into potential clients. So free into your high ticket in the beginning is going to be the easiest way. Because if you get 100 people in here, you're going to be able to get a few of those to turn into high ticket clients. So the main issue for you will be having a system that moves people through from your traffic to your free to your high ticket. So in that case, that's all you need to work on, but that would be the best system within your Skool community. So yeah, you really want a system of some kind between your traffic, ideally bringing in hot traffic that's going to warm your audience before they even hit your community. If you would like more help with that, I can show you our flywheel method. I'll link to our free community in the video description. And this is where we use YouTube together with our free community. And we basically have a flywheel method where all of the content is feeding into our community and our community is feeding into our content. And it's all treated as one. And this allows us to warm and nurture and deliver to people and slowly convert them into clients. Again, that you can then build your proof and so on and scale that later on. So there's no real best strategy. There isn't a best Skool community strategy out there. It isn't free versus paid. It really is what works best for you and where you are now. So think about where you are. If you've got any questions, ask in the comments below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you inside the next video.